Don't leave me hanging. Okay, so you're not going to tell me the upload speed. You're just going to go right into this. Come on, man. That's not nice. I got to know my upload speed. Oh, hey, hello. I'm the 404 guy, 7HG404GUI, back with some Kerbal Space Program before we get into this episode.
Warning. This program contains coarse humor and a sense of language that some people might not share. Viewer discretion is advised.
This is typical for me. So, we're going to start this off just by wrapping up what we did last time. So last time we were working on lightweight gliders. How much does this weigh? 0.075, 0.3. That's pretty heavy. 0.4. Hold on. What's the lightest I can get with these? 0.7, 0.08, 125, 1. Oh, 001. This is about the lightest. Yeah, this guy's the lightest. Okay, so this is going to be the base of our spacecraft. I'm just wrapping up what we did last time. So, me and Patrioli, I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. Don't quote me on that. We were in the Discord server afterwards, considering, well, what else could we do to lighten the load on this thing? So we came up with a system that I think people will approve of. If they don't approve of it, then I'll make them. We'll get a Sepratron. That's our source of initial thrust to take up off the ground. Hold on. Get in there, get it nice and centered. We take the Sepratron and cut down the fuel a little bit. Alright, we got our pilot on board. That's all we need. The mass, 0.187. And this will fly, this will take off of the ground. It will have control. It'll have its it'll be able to fly, take off the ground of its own power. Okay, that was not a great demonstration. Okay, RCS does not work in this. Why doesn't he? Okay, well, let's revert to launch, and we'll just have to launch it immediately. But I'll show you it works. Okay, that was not a great demonstration. We need to line that thrust up with the center. If we can... Whoa, where'd it go? Oh, there it is. It's so small we lose it in the place. So our center of gravity here, we gotta line this up like perfect. Our center of thrust. Our center of thrust is offset from our center of gravity, so that's the issue here. Oopsie. No, undo. So what we're gonna do, take this, just move it in there. Oh dear, that didn't work at all, did it? Okay, this is not graduated enough, is it? That sucks. It's pretty close. Maybe I can move the CG. Oh boy, this is nasty. Hold on. Let go. I want to place, if I may. Okay, that's what we wanted. So this is taking a bit longer to start off the episode than I expected. Okay, that'll have to work. I'll have to move this. Well, where'd you go? Why did you move over there? Hold on, are you centered? You better be centered. I think that's about centered. Okay, so that's 187 grams. I swear we got it working. Like, seriously, like, totally we got it working. This is 187 grams. I forget if we needed the battery and... Oh, crap! It's just a matter of capping it off on takeoff here. We'll get it. We'll get it. Don't worry. Then we're going to be on our way out of the atmosphere and out of the. Okay, quickly. Come on, man. Ah, crap. We got to launch. Oh my God, we went underground. Okay. But you get the idea. If you had a more graduated method of adjusting that CG, then this would work just fine. Again, there's our CG. There's our C of thrust. Yeah, that's just not nice, is it? Because that's nice when it takes off, but then it kind of moves around on us. Ideally, hold on. What if we just did this? The mass goes up to 230 grams, but we can have less solid fuel. Brings us down to 194, so we're under 200. That makes it an under 200 kilogram, what would you call that, glider? An under 200 kilogram glider. And when it loads, let's go, we gotta hit it. Deploy shoot. You get the idea, though. That would totally have worked. Anyway, that's not the purpose of this episode. We did get that working eventually. That would be the lightest weight glider on Kerbal Space Program. Anyone care to prove me wrong? Shouldn't have said that because now somebody is going to prove me wrong. We are going to escape from the Kerbal solar system. Unfortunately, there just isn't a mission for that. Because they never thought that anyone would try this. What happens if we try to escape from not just the Kerbal sphere, but the solar sphere? So obviously we're going to need some kind of remote guidance unit. We're going to be far enough away from the sun that we are not going to be able to generate electricity from solar power. That's where this radioisotope comes in. Oops, we need 2 of those. Right, that's basically nuclear power right there. Those are hella expensive. Wow, did not think so. But okay, we are going to have a little bit of science data just in case. You know what, it's free, so why the hell not? Free in terms of mass as well. Hold on, why is this? Okay, I guess we can't attach that to the remote guidance unit. Let's just, let's put this thing on top. And we'll attach everything to there. Here we got pressure, gravity. Don't need that. Here we go. This thing. How cool would that be? How heavy is this? Is this light enough? This is only like a ton. We can do that. And a couple mystery goop containers. Why the hell not? Oops, not what I wanted. Not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. All right. So this is the thing that we're going to be sending out of the Kerbal solar system, basically. That'll be in need of quite some heavy communications, I should think, definitely. It's 100G, this is 2. Alright, let's get a couple of 100G antennas on this sucker here. How much do these weigh? Ooh, these are going to be pretty heavy in terms of our weight budget. That is right, we have a weight budget, which we do not want to blow. Let's make it 4 of these, why not? Too much right there. Alright. So this is about a 4-ton unit. We're just going to let these intersect. I don't see that as being an issue. This is going to be hard to get out of the atmosphere, but once we get there, we're going to want... It's too big. Is this an MK1? This is not an MK1. This is one of these dudes. That's what we're looking for. of that oxidizer. This is going to be a Nuki engine. Wait a minute. Oh, that would be so cool. Okay. Gotta calm down. Gotta calm down. Oh, no. Oh, yes. Coupling. I got an idea, folks. And it may just be stupid enough to work. And we all know me with stupid ideas. That's basically what this entire series is predicated on. Hello, nerve engine. Thank you very much. Let's attach some electrical, perhaps. Would be a good idea. Yes, it would. Thank you for pointing that out. Plenty of electrical. There we go. That'll work. So this thing's got like enough battery power to last until the end of the universe. That's nice. And we could probably put some additional ones of those on there. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. 4 of these. An additional 4 of these. Other way. Plus... here we go. What's this? 720. This is 5700. That's good enough for me. Realistically, these Dawn engines are not going to be able to do much of anything, but we're going to use them anyway. Additionally, that gives us something to attach this structure to, make it a little bit more rigid, so that it doesn't fall apart while we're out there. Eh? All right, that looks good. Looks fine. How much does that weigh? 21 tons. That'll be about 3 meters per second squared once we kick in the nerve engine, and then a little bit less once we run out of the nerve engine fuel. Always remember coupling. If you forget the coupling, then you deserve what happens afterwards. All right, let's make sure this is going to be stable in here. Don't want it bending out. That'll protect everything nice and good. Alright. Looking good. Disney. Now for the heavy part. Bloop. Bloop. Bagoop. There we go. 314,000, but I don't think that's enough. 314,000, I mean... That is definitely not enough fuel. Look at that. That is a tiny amount of fuel for this little thing. That's nothing. Let's amp it up a little bit, as they say. 2 of those on here. All right, this. Oh, come on, get on there. There we go. This is going to be what carries us out of the. Well, being honest, this will probably carry us out of the Kerbal sphere itself. Then where we go from there is up to us. There we go. And... do we need the aerodynamic nose cone on this? I feel like this mostly has it covered. Alright. And we put on the heavies. Nice. Alright, so that is 600,000 Kerbal dollars, or marks, I think is what they call it. The escape capsule. This is what's going to get us to escape from the solar system. Wow, this is impressive. 313 something. Let's get some structure on there. I might, you know what, I might double these up. I honestly don't think that these are enough. I might just double it up. Double or nothing. How does that work? How does double or nothing work when you're doing something stupid? I'd say that works pretty well. All right. So we're just going to punch it. We're going to punch it. We're going to punch it as hard as we can. We don't even have any... Oh, my. This is going to be... I just realized we don't have any kind of controls on this. Look at it go! Yes! Awesome! Rocking awesome! There we go. Created a bunch of dust. No, this is not going to end well, methinks. So this is 3,000 meters per second. That's just basically punching it, and it'll go like way out of the atmosphere just off of that. So already we have that going for us. We're going to be way out of Kerbin's sphere of influence by the time that these run out. So these are going to put us into orbit of the sun. Ouch! That is freaking loud. We're going to wait for those to run out of fuel. Once we get out of the Kerbin sphere of influence, how do these work? These are the interior. These are the interior. Okay. Once we are out of Kerbin's sphere of influence, we're going to make a beeline for Joule. Once we get to Joule, we're going to be using it as like a gravity sling to just basically punch us out of the solar system. And hopefully then, with the aid of our ever-present ion drives and the nerve engine, we'll probably, I mean, what we have here will probably, this 4,000 meter per second delta V will get us to Joule. I'm like 99% sure of that. From Joule, it's just a matter of expending as much fuel as possible to get even further away. Here, let's go prograde with that. Hence, we hopefully escape the solar system. I'm afraid to go to map mode, because if I load up the map, this is going to be hella loud. But we're high enough, let's deploy this protective shield. Alright, alright, alright. Hey, hey. Once we're out of fuel, I'll just kick it over. One of these is going to run out pretty soon. There they go. Then the next one runs out. And there we go. Alright. Love it. Absolutely love it. Okay. How's our trajectory look? Wow, we're still that far in. That is... We didn't go nearly as far as I thought we would. Oh, and we're taking off from the wrong side of the planet. Oh well. We should have waited until morning. Oh well. We are at where we are at. Let's just give that a little bit of a boost. Alright. Then once we're out of there, it's just basically a matter of pointing and shooting at the right moment. Does this have... This has reaction wheels, technically, in this thing, right? Yes, it does. So if I, like, press on that, it does move. Look, it just moved by, like, a pixel. Alright, let's wait for the next pixel. Alright, I think it moved by another pixel now. So it does work. We do have control authority. That's good, that's good. Let's just zoom it to that escape. I should have put a pilot on board. I just realized that. Because once it gets out far enough, there's going to be no communications. So we should, like, just have a sacrificial pilot who takes care of that for us. There's our target. So Joule's going to be, like, way up here. We're going to be doing, like... We might actually have to go around a couple of times. I don't know. Let's see how close this gets us. Oh, that's actually very close. Not as close as we'd like, mind you. Actually, We just pop ourselves out of the solar system if we wanted to right now. We have enough fuel. Like, an insane amount of fuel. I shouldn't have probably brought this much, but we've got it. Okay, that's what we're looking for. An encounter with Le Jewel. Medjeweled... whatchamacallits. Dates. I like dates. They taste pretty good and they're sweet. Come on, you. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Bring her back. No. Okay, this doesn't like us. Alright, that's gonna have to be what it is, and then we'll adjust that later. Point to maneuver if you don't mind. It's gonna take its time here. I could probably just tune this up a little bit. Wait a minute. Alt dot. There it goes. That's faster. Yeah, I should... I mean, I'd probably end up saving time in the long run if I just went back and installed reaction wheels. That would probably be beneficial to me, but we're at where we're at. Let's let this settle in where it doth settle. There we go. And we will warp to next maneuver node. That's too far away. That's just right. This thing doesn't even have solar panels. That's what I like about it. There's nothing that can break. And now that I said that, something's gonna break. But look at that. 16,000 electric charge. That's just like... Oh hey, we're gonna complete the mission that funded this exploration out of the Kerbal sphere. Once that Durkinoff, this thing, once Durkinoff's construction thing finishes, that's like 1 million Kerbal marks. So that'll pay for 2 of these. That'll well pay for 2 of these. Ever notice that time warp is incredibly slow when you're trying to make it all the way around the solar system? Yeah, the game is just chugging along here. It's actually stuttering for me. Not sure how that's going to show up on the recording. Look at that. We're at 8 out of 11. Those Sentinel missions are free money. 9 out of 11. Let's watch as it rolls over. We are at 18,604. Watch when it gets the next one. That's going to be huge. There, 26. Oh my god, dude, we could freaking launch like 10 of these things with that kind of money. Gee, we could send out a refueling capsule or a refueling spacecraft just specifically for this guy. Could totally do that. Those Sentinel missions, absolutely 100% free money there. Alright. And now we wait. Or not. ×2. ×3. I think ×3 is about as fast as it can safely go. Ah, screw it. ×4. Okay. ×4 was a little much. Okay, it seems to be having trouble maintaining stability at ×3, so let's just let that settle in for a little bit there. Note to self, ×4 is too much. Alright, we got ×2 at least. Then once we get a chance, we're going to point this thing northbound. Well, I guess northbound is the wrong term. I guess normal? And then that way we can kind of undershoot the jewel thingy. Alright, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright. That should be pretty close. Why isn't it registering? Pretty close is not close enough. That's why it's not registering. Give it a chance. There we go. Cha-ching, bada-bing, baby. Alright. Looks pretty good there. And fortunately, it looks like we're on the wrong side. Are we on the wrong side of Jewel? Hold on. Focus view on this guy. We are. Well, we're sort of. We're under it. That's not where we want to be. So, let's start a maneuver right about here, I suppose. That's the correct location. Let's focus our view there. So we want to bring up this encounter here. Let's bring her normal there a little bit. Crap, we lost it. We lost it. Where'd it go? Oh no. No, come back. Ah. Okay, there it is. Can we... We should be able to do this. I don't see why it keeps disappearing. Why does that disappear? There's no defining threshold that tells us this will definitely hit and this will definitely not hit. So that worries me considerably. Maybe I just need to... Okay, that was bad. That was really bad. Screw it. We'll set a maneuver note a little bit later out then. It'll burn more fuel, but at the very least we won't have this random crap where it just disappears. Alright, in and out, in and out. Let's go to this side. Ah, son of a... Yeah, it's gonna be random crap no matter what we do. That is bloody well annoying. Alright, there we go. So this current trajectory, I think that's going to drop us into the sun. Or something close to it, if we go from there. Because it's going to be over here. And so we'll be entering here, going back this way. It's going to be pulling us the wrong direction. Let's, very slowly. Well, that does kind of bring us out, doesn't it? That does kind of bring us out, but not as much as I would like it to. That's lovely right there. If we could get that. That's not going to work though, is it? Perigee is actually, that's pretty good. That's actually respectable. Respect. Rasta. Respect ma. I respect. Look at that, 9 million meters. That's outside of the atmosphere. Oh wow, that's beautiful. That is a nice apogee right there. We're actually going to go for further than that, though. Let's point at maneuver if we don't mind. That's respectable distance right there. Like twice as far from the sun as anything else. The maneuver would be more efficient later on. It would be most efficient if I could do it on the opposite side of here. But ultimately, the earlier you're in the right position, I've found you use a lot less fuel that way. This is going to take a while to get into position. I don't necessarily want to wait until the maneuver to get into position. This is only a 4-second burn time, though. Oh man, there's something up with my spine. I had carpal tunnel all week. Or it felt like carpal tunnel. You know, I might have just ruined a tendon or something. Whenever I go to get groceries, I'm carrying like 50 kilograms of groceries. I actually added it up based on the mass printed on the front of the bags. I carry 50 kilograms of grocery, basically like dead weight under one arm. That's a recipe for a dead tendon. But I survived. I survived a trip to the grocery store. Never shall anyone be more proud. Oh, this game is lagging. Why is it lagging so much? Did they do an update recently? I think they did an update. That might explain it. Every time they update something, something breaks. Oh my gosh, this game has never been so laggy for me. What is going on here? Oh yeah, we finished the Sentinel mission. Huh. For normal and anti-normal, it's better to go, it's actually better to go on the, well, you can't see it here, but there's like, there's a spot where these kind of intersect one another. So wherever the ascending and descending nodes happen to intersect, that'd be where you're going to get the most effective moment on it. Let's wait for this. Look at this. It's beautiful. All right. That's more or less where we wanted it to be. That's actually significantly better than what we wanted it to be. That is much respectable distance right there. We are gonna be breaking that even once we get here. Let's just make sure we're not going into the atmosphere, because it looks like we're dipping into the 700,000. What's the atmosphere again? Atmo. Hello, come on, show me the Atmo. 200,000. So we can actually get closer than this if we wanted to, which we're gonna do. We're gonna get maybe 201,000. No, 200,050 meters. That's going to be our target. And then we're just going to punch this thing. And that is an ideal exit from the jewel sphere. That's going to like... Wow, that's going to be good. That's going to be good. This is going to be good. And now we wait. I'm actually running out of games to play on this channel. I need to stop being such a tight guy and start just, I don't know, buying video games. Alrighty. Because I think once I do this, I've pretty much exhausted almost everything I can do on Kerbal Space Program. Oh, see, there's that descending node. If I was to do normal and anti-normal types of operations, then relative to this jewel that I'm trying to get, it'd be good at that normal anti. Well, I guess that would be kind of like this more. Basically, thinking of it like you're tipping a plate. Ouch. All right, here we go. Get things to orbit via the normal gravity turn. Get things to orbit what? Not sure I understand. We have another 200 days. Oh, whoopsie. That's not what I wanted. I wanted the capsule. How much does this thing weigh? This thing still weighs 73 tons. with 60 parts, maximum acceleration 21 meter per second squared. And no crew. We should have put crew on there. I mean, yes, they'd be going off to almost certain death in the deepest, darkest, coldest regions of space. But at the same time, I'd be able to control the vessel when it's that far out. So I don't know. What's the this is only at 88%. Yeah, I do that, don't I? I just basically smash it with a hammer. It's like I just hammer it into orbit and off it goes. And then I'm just like, all right, we got ourselves an orbit. And that's so cool. But yes, I could be more efficient with my exit from Kerbal. As to whether or not I will be more efficient with it in the future, I might not. Okay, that's 208, so I gotta go in that direction, which means I am pointing entirely in the wrong direction. But a lot of things I do in Kerbal Space Program is basically the solution is smash it with a hammer. I mean, we saw the monstrosity I made a few episodes ago, with just like, you know what? I want a plane that can fly at 20 meters per second. Let's stick 130 wings on it and see what happens. So our burn time is going to be 0.1 seconds. That's a bit too short for me to be able to time accurately. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut back the available thrust. Alright, that's lovely. That's exactly where we wanted to be. Oh, my finger is offset. Here we go. We'll cut back the available thrust. Bring her down to, I don't know, 12. Wow, that's still an unbelievably short amount of burn time. There we go. 2 seconds. Love it. Alright, let's just... Yeah, we're not even on the nuclear stage. We're barely through... Well, okay, I guess we're through a lot of the fuel, aren't we? Not much. We're almost out of fuel on this thing, but then we got another 2,000. And then once we do that, we got another 9,000. So this is going to be going out there. This is going to be going way out there. Alright, let's bring that perigee in. Basically, the second we hit that perigee, we are going to be just punching it. Alright, that's what I like to see. Oh boy. We're going to be dipping into the atmosphere a little bit. Do you think that's going to matter? 199, 188. This planet has a very thick atmosphere, so I worry that 1,000 meters might do something. I hope not. Well, here's what we'll do. If it blows up, we got that. That's what we're going to be basically doing. Let's point. It might get a bit crispy for 3 seconds. That's why I keep saying, you know, we should have had a pilot on board, because then we'd have like, oh, that's not a good joke. Oh, we'd have crispy Kerbal. Okay. And away we go. This is stammering and stuttering its way through to a messy stop. Okay, there we go. How are we here? Oof. Alright, this thing looks nice though. I wonder if we could just grab a little bit of scientific data while we're going through the atmosphere. I think this will work. So we're just going to dip into the atmosphere, and I just want to grab a little bit of science data. Just because I can. And go. Keep the data. And you keep the data, and you, we can't grab data, and you keep the data. Alright, there we go, we're on the way up. Oh, this burn time really went up, didn't it? Oops. Maybe I should do... There we go. Alright, let's see. How's this doing? How's it? Oh my god. Looky that. Oh, jeez. This thing is on a mucho escape trajectory. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. We may have overkilled. Just a little bit. Holy crap. Okay. What's the record for the furthest distance out somebody's gone from the sun? I'm sure somebody keeps Kerbal records somewhere. Kerbal Space Program World Records. What is this one? This is this. There we go. We're on to the nuclear stage. The nuclear stage is going to give us another 2,000 meters per second. And then we're going to go on to this stage, which probably won't give us that much because we're going to be relying, realistically, we're going to be relying on these radioisotope generators, but that'll still give us something. Let's keep it up. I'm sure there's like a record-keeping thing for Kerbal Space Program. Someone's got a 13 gajillion. Oh yeah, I think I actually watched a video where somebody exploited a bug with the gravity system, and they basically collided with the sun, and because the time step for the simulation was so long, based on the time scales with the collision with the sun, it sent them out at like, I think this was maxed out in the 9s, just all 9s. Yeah, so yeah, that's probably a record, but I mean, legit records. This has got to be some kind of crazy. Like, look at this. This is the radius of curvature of this thing. Even just where we're at, like this, right from here, if you follow this tangent, it's crazy. 10,000 meters per second relative to the surface of Joule. I don't think we're really worried about the surface of Joule anymore. We're just waiting for this thing to exit the Joule sphere. That's why they call it a gravity sling. Let's speed things up a little bit here. And luckily, this just happens to be stable, mostly. Oh, this game is lagging itself. I guess there's probably people who got pretty far. What is the sphere of influence of the sun? Like, you can get really far if you use... Okay, sphere of influence is technically infinite. But if you had like an infinite fuel cheat, then you could probably get pretty far out with that too, you know. I think there's like a Scott Manley guy who used some kind of fuel cheat, just like push it out, and then eventually it gets so far out that you get an overflow, basically a double precision overflow, and so instead of being at this coordinate, it's going to be like, it's going to pop back to some other coordinate. Because it is, it does suffer from the realities. It's always going to suffer from the realities of floating point precision. You know, I guess I could kick these in too while I'm at it, can't I? It's, well, I shouldn't, I guess I could. Let's just put them down here. Here, we'll kick these in. Alright. These are going to go pretty much forever. Like... Okay, no, these are going to go for like a few minutes before we run out of electric charge. Alright. I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. So, almost out of liquid fuel. Alrighty. Let's break away. And away we go. This is also going to exit the solar system. But this is going to exit the solar system first. So this looks like a straight line right here. This here is, well, it's almost a straight line, not quite. I'm guessing that the end of this is probably the limit of floating point precision. And it is what it is. Alright. So our xenon gas is ridiculously full. And our electric charge is draining ridiculously fast, but realistically we kind of expected that. I'm pretty happy with this result, I gotta say. That is an escape from the sun if I ever saw it. I'm interested to see what this orbital velocity is once we get out there. So we're going to run out of electricity probably within the next minute, and then I'll warp out there, and that'll be the end of the episode. What an enjoyable episode it was. I know that I said like a few episodes ago it was going to be the last one. I cannot think of anything else I can really do in this game. I've exhausted every possibility that I can think of at the moment. Okay, well this electricity isn't going down as fast as I thought it would. 74, let's say 7200. Okay, so that's got like another 3.5 minutes to go. I guess we could do an AMA in the chat if anyone has any questions. And if not, then I guess I could search for some music. I've been watching a lot of Sword Art Online. There's an anime called Sword Art Online, and it's, oh man, it is just freaking awesome. The episode today, visit a couple of moons in one launch. I guess I could. I mean, ultimately, I have a design that pretty much works. If I have something like a drill and a resource converter, then pretty much with a drill and a resource converter and, you know, the nuclear engines, that pretty much gets it where it needs to go. And then if it doesn't, then you just send up a refueling thingy or whatever. So I guess I could kind of do that, but it would be like... It would feel kind of like the same. I don't know. But yeah, Sword Art Online. I haven't seen a bad season of that show yet, and they're on season 3 now, so that's pretty cool. All right, getting down on that electric charge there. I think once it gets down low enough, then it just kind of starts pulsing. So this will technically continue to work, except that the radioisotope thing will just start pulsing, and that'll be that. And if this thing allowed you to continue to accelerate after leaving it, then that would be... Couldn't get into SAO? I guess it's not for everyone, but I watch everything. I watch some anime that probably put me on a list. I watch some mainstream, I watch some not so mainstream, and I also watch like weird stuff that's like, it's hilarious to see what they actually will produce. Whoa, hello. What the hell just happened? That's actually, that's what I put on my YouTube channel. I have like an anime review, the infamous episode 10. Because episode 10 of any anime seems to be the magic episode where bad things happen. We should call this the 404 Guy channel. I guess that means that we are found because we're on a list. So I'm on people's subscribe list. All right, so here's where we see the oh crap! Oh, hello. Okay. So I guess it has some kind of priority to these engines in terms of which ones get electricity, which ones don't. Because it was just hammering on this one. Okay, I see your game. I guess I could have saved a lot of weight on those Dawn engines. Well, there it is. This escapes in about 11 days. This escapes in about 4 years. Actually, it took us 4 years to get here. We could pretty much just wait for it to get out there. That would be, pretty much once it gets there, it just keeps going, you know? But I want to see what this solar orbit velocity is. And then I will be happy. Our signal strength is still 91%. Comfy, cozy 91%. And we have transmittable data, and we have a full probe control. Alright, here we go. Not quite. Omatase shimashita! We got 10,740.2 meters per second. Hey, look at this thing. It can actually control itself now. We are... It's almost trying to complete that circle. It's trying to complete that... You can see when I zoomed out there, it was trying to complete a blue circle. I don't think it's going to make it there. Anyway, this is the end of the Kerbal Space Program episode for today. Might be back eventually, but I'm not sure what I can do with it. Anywho, I'm the 404 Guy, 7HE404GUY. Thanks for following, thanks for subscribing if you subscribe or whatever. I don't feel like you have to, because I don't get paid for this, but have yourself a great day anyway, and we'll see you all next time. And if you think this is social media worthy, then feel free to share it on social media. But as was mentioned in the chat, I'm sure plenty of people have tried this before. I'm the 404 Guy, 7HE404GUY. And goodbye, escape capsule. We hardly knew you. Actually, You know what? Let's scan for some far out Kerbal threatening asteroids. Yeah, it's going to be mapping Elu orbit. I wonder what it's going to be mapping once it gets way the heck out there. Alrighty. Where is it? There we go. Awesome. Now, I get the feeling that this is, for some reason, silent. Where's my end stream music? Is this silent? I feel like this is silent. I don't know. Maybe I'm just mistaken. One of these is supposed to have music. Why isn't it playing anything? Music. Oh, that's because I moved it. Huh. There it is. I broke it with my own stupidity. I get to experience the joys of exploring the depths of the K-Omega turbulence model. Hey, maybe I should stream that sometime. Just computational fluid dynamics. Just probably bore everyone to death, but it'd be like, this is what fluid dynamicists do.